Welcome back, everybody. My name is Abby. Today's workout is going to be my favorite kind of workout. It is an improvised workout. So I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes, and for that 20 minutes, I'm just going to do what feels good to me, what feels fun. I'm going to try to keep my body moving. I might do body weight stuff. I might do kettlebell stuff. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm excited about it. So you're invited to follow along. You could follow along exactly with what I do, or you could do what feels good to you. The point is not to burn a million calories or to do a certain number of exercises, but instead to enjoy moving and feeling and being in our bodies. So I'm just going to have some things on hand, just in case I'm feeling wild. I'm going to have a light, medium, and heavy kettlebell. If you have those things, great, gather them up. If not, don't worry about it. I'm also going to have some blocks on hand. We'll see what happens with those. Maybe nothing, maybe everything. And then other than that, all we need to do is set our timer for 20 minutes. So again, I'm just going to move in a way that feels good to me. Follow along if you like, throw on some music if you like. And here we go. I'm going to start with squats because I love a good squat. I love a squat for a warm up as well because it's like a full body experience. You got the legs, you got the glutes, you got a little bit of core, especially if you're squatting nice and deep and trying to keep that spine straight. Got a little back strength, again, especially if you're trying not to hunch around your spine. And then also what's fun about squats is you can add a little jump. Make it a jump squat if you're feeling it. Or you can do something between those and come up to tippy toes. So many options. So many ways to squat. And I'm going to keep my focus on the breathing. Keep tuned in to what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling. Not going to go too hard, too fast, too soon, but to stay connected to what I feel. I'm feeling like jumping again. A couple more jumps. Woo! Well, that's good. That's some good quads right there. And that is, oh, that's enough. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to get a little tired here. Quads are going to need a break after this. So I think I'm going to go into push-ups. That'll be nice not to use the legs for a moment. I'm going to do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. And here I go to push-ups. So, nice strong plank. I'm going to have my knees down today, as I do every day. And I'm going to keep my core nice and strong. Whew, as I do push-ups. Oh my God, I'm already out of breath. Isn't it amazing how fast that happens? So not rushing these, keeping it slow and steady, like the tortoise taught me. And if I notice, now I am noticing, my arm's getting tired, but I don't want to be done quite yet. I want to stay strong a couple more. I'm going to start to bring a little bit more awareness to my core, my belly strength, and I'm going to use that strength to push up. So it's not all up to my arms. Whew! Okay, I think I'm going to do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. You know what? These blocks are here. They're calling at me. So I'm going to bring them back to the back of my mat, and I'm going to do a few bootstrappers. So this is also a pretty quad intensive exercise. We'll see how long I last. We're just going to go up and down and up and down. And it's going to be a real treat. Okay. And you can vary the pace, of course. You can always go faster or slower. Take a little breather if you need. Again, we're keeping moving, but still listening to our bodies, being respectful of the signals they send us. I want to be sure my lower back feels good and happy here. I don't want to be overly rounded. That's where blocks can be nice. You can come up higher on them if your hamstrings are feeling really tight or if your lower back is feeling overstretched. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Oh, here we go. I'm feeling like hopping, so I'm gonna do a little hopping side to side here in my speed skaters, which is a little bit more of a slow skater right now, not going super fast, and still working the legs, but a little more emphasis on the outer hips here, and a little bit more emphasis on balancing, getting the old ankles involved, ankles and feet and lower leg. Still breathing. Hopefully you are too. If you ever feel like your heart rate's getting too high or your breath is really struggling, you can always just slow it down. Maybe even like half pace. So you don't have to totally stop, although of course that is fine too. But if you want to keep going, sometimes just altering the pace, making it a little slower, can be helpful. All right, I'm gonna do 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna be done. All right, shaking out my gams. I'm feeling the kettlebell. I'm gonna pick up my medium weight here, so nothing too heavy. So we got a 35er. And I'm just gonna do some regular swings. So shaking my legs out, giving them a moment. Weight back in the heels, leaning forward, keeping my spine straight, and hiking and swinging. I'm gonna go for about 15 more. That's 10. And that was 15. Great. Now, I'm gonna swap out my weight and I'm gonna get my little bitty weight, my smaller weight. Let me take my watch off for this because I'm gonna do some cleans and I don't wanna bust up the old watch. So, same fundamentals as with the swing. Weight in the heels, tall spine, lean forward and get that bell and go up, pull it up and drop it down. And I'm gonna be rebellious this time. I'm not even gonna count, but I'm gonna stay on one side until that one side is like, hey yo, that's enough. So I wanna keep my shoulders really square if I can. Not twisting. Developing our anti-rotational strength. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm not counting. This is so rebellious. I'm a wild woman. It's almost time to switch, I think. The left arm it's starting to say some things, have some feelings. I'll do 3 more. And now I'm gonna switch. And I have no idea how many I did on the first side. But guess what? I don't even care. I'm gonna listen to this side. It tells its own story. And what a story it is. The other cool thing about bodies, there's so many cool things. One cool thing is we're not symmetrical. Like none of us, especially for all my scoliosis siblings out there. But all of us have asymmetry. So for most of us, it's actually beneficial to do, let's say, 20 reps of something on one side and 10 on the other to actually bring about more balance. So sometimes I actually do a little bit more strength on my right side than on my left, around the right shoulder anyway, shoulder and upper back, because to me, that brings more balance. So what I'm saying is sometimes balance is more useful than symmetry. And with that diatribe, I think I'm almost reaching the end of my right side's story. We've reached the denouement. We'll do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, here we go. I'm gonna go back to the first side. I'm gonna do some racked squats. So I'm gonna take my feet a little wide, get my spine tall, and I'm gonna squat down and back up again. I like to reach my opposite arm out to the side to kind of bring a sense of balance. It's not symmetry. My sides are doing different things, but I feel balanced. And I'm keeping my wrist straight, my forearm up and down, vertical on my left side. And once again, I am a total rebel and I'm not counting, but I'm trusting my body to give me the sign of when I need to switch to the other side. And I think that sign, I can see it in the distance. I'm gonna do 5 more. Holy moly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more. 5. Okay, switcheroo. That was so fun. I can't wait to do it on the other side. Okay. Finding my strong footing in my feet, reaching my opposite arm out to the side. And I'm really trying, you guys are gonna keep me honest, trying to keep this forearm vertical rather than poking out to the side, and trying to keep my wrist straight up and down rather than collapsing out to the side. So, oh my gosh. Sometimes I forget to breathe, especially when I'm wagging my chin at you all. Starting to feel it on my shoulder and my upper arm. My right side, again, is a little weaker than my left. So I'm going to be mindful of that. And I might end up doing a few less on this side. We'll see. My legs are also starting to feel it. Ooh, and I'm dreaming of what I'm going to do next. I think I'm going to do some shoulder taps next. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. First, I'm going to do, 3 more. 3, 2, 1. That is enough of that. Shaking my arms out. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do shoulder taps right now. I'm going to go back to bootstrappers. Bring some blood back into the legs, which, I guess the legs were already doing stuff, but it's a different orientation, different relationship with gravity. So here we go, bootstrapping. So my shoulders can get a little bit of a break. They're still doing a little work here, but at least they're not carrying the entire weight of my body or the weight of a bell. I'm just going to do like 10 more here. Five more. 2, 1 more. There we go. And you know what I'm going to do? My favorite thing in the world. Jumping jacks. Oh, that's fun. Just a full body shakeout. So here we go. Just jumping around. As a reminder to you, to your friend, you don't have to be doing what I'm doing. You can be doing something else, anything else. You could just be dancing or like high kicking, stomping around. It doesn't have to be what I'm doing, but it can be. Again, we're not here just to burn a random amount of calories or do a certain random number of exercises. We're here to enjoy moving. At least that's why I'm here. Enjoy moving. Enjoy feeling strong. Enjoy just the capabilities of our bodies. God, they're so amazing. They are amazing. Even when we don't think we're doing anything. Oh my God, our bodies are doing so much. Digesting, resting, eating, breathing, drinking, sleeping, loving. So many things. Whatever you're doing, check in with your breath. Make sure it's still going strong. I think I'm going to go back to squats after this. Just, circular structure. Love it. It's like a hero's journey. You end where you began, but forever changed. That's how I'm going to feel when I return to these squats. Do like 10 more of these jumping jacks. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, the old shaky leg. And here we go. I'm gonna check the time while I am squatting around here. And, maybe, oh my God, we've got 3.5 minutes left. That is fun. As a reminder for these squats, you could be keeping it real simple, like I'm doing right now. You could be raising up on tippy toes. You could be jumping. You could even, this is kind of fun, jump in circles or in different directions. Surprise your body. It's kind of cool. I mean, don't do anything too wild that your body can't handle, but sometimes it's fun just to try it out. See what happens. Oh my God, so much more tiring. I think I got like 3 hops left. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do now? Shoulder taps. It's time. It is time for shoulder taps. You could also hold a plank if you want to. Okay, I'm breathing. I'm doing great. If you're coming to shoulder taps, hands can start out a little bit narrower than they would for a plank. And then you tippy tap your shoulders. Wow, what fun. Now, if breathing, I'm gonna be honest, I'm struggling a little bit with breathing right now. So you could even just come up for a moment upright, maybe even do a little back and forth, little zombie. I'm giving you this as an alternative because honestly, it feels pretty good to me. So yeah, maybe you're here too, doing stuff. And then once you're ready to breathe horizontally again, maybe you come back to these tippy tappies. Or again, you could be in a plank. Knees can be down or up. Whatever you fancy. So nothing fast about this.
using it to catch our breath, hopefully, and to feel our core muscles engage, and making sure that we still have room to breathe, because sometimes when the core muscles are engaged, it can be a little harder to breathe. So notice the expansion of the ribs, especially the back ribs, as you tap right to left. I got like 4 more in me. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. We gotta be almost done by now, but we're not quite there. So I'm gonna do a few little dippity-doos of my back leg, and maybe even a few of these little dippity-uppity-doos. And you know by now that I am so rebellious that I'm not counting, but just going by feel, doing what the spirit moves. Oh my gosh, the timer is done. Now listen, I'm not such a rebel that I won't do the other side. So I'm just gonna switch to the other side, balance things out, and call it good. So, I mean, technically, we are done with that 20 minutes. If you wanna keep dipping and lifting your knee with me for a moment longer, you can, but you don't have to. I'll do like 5 more, and then we'll call it good enough. 3, 2, and 1. That was fun. I liked that. Hopefully you did too. If you didn't, well, gosh, I hope you find something else that's fun. So now I'm feeling like shaking it out, wiggling. And I'm also going to do just a little stretchy stretch. So I'm just noting what is a little sore and tired in my body. Definitely my quads, definitely my shoulders, and my hips, particularly outer hips. So I'm going to start with just a few simple stretches. I'm going to find myself a wall and lift my right foot. Give a little stretch to my right quads. And really enjoy breathing. Just amazing all the things our bodies can do. And how cool, how quickly the heart rate can go up, and then how relatively quickly it can come down again. All right, I'm going to switch sides. So whatever you're doing, whether you're doing the stretch that I'm doing or something else, check back in with your breath. Start to slow it down again. Notice what you're feeling in your body. If there's any areas that might need a little extra attention. Again, for me, I'm feeling quads, shoulders, and outer hips are the 3 things that I want to pay a little extra attention to now. All right, get a little shake out of that. And for me, with my shoulders, it can feel really good to do a little wall stretch. So I'm gonna stretch the fronts of my shoulders, my pecs primarily. Take my right hand to the wall, a little higher than my shoulder. And then I'm going to turn gently away from the wall. So I'm stretching into this region here, front of the anterior deltoids and pecs. And probably some other stuff too, but those are the main ones. Keeping my spine nice and tall, my core pretty engaged, lightly engaged, so that this is not a twist in the spine. It's primarily a shoulder stretch. Okay, I'm going to switch to the other side, strategically maneuver around this window. That works. Again, keeping a tall spine, gentle strength in the core as I turn away from the wall or away from my hand, stretching into the front of my shoulder and chest. All right, and then for my outer hips, you can do this either laying down your back or standing. I feel like standing, so either way, it's the same shape with the legs. I'm going to cross my right ankle over my left thigh. Reach the hips back and down. I'm steadying myself on the wall. I could even gently press my right thigh away. And then coming back up, switching to the other side. I'm going to take my left ankle over right thigh. Hips reach back and down. Left hand might gently press onto my left thigh. Right hand is steadying me on the wall. And I'm coming back up again. Give the whole body one more wiggle and shake. And then if you're feeling like doing anything else, any other cool downs, a personal dance party or whatever, take the time to do so. Don't rush into the next thing if possible. And keep enjoying moving and being in your bodies. And I will see you next time.